let's start with Gene Park with CivilBeat.com. Why not? Thanks so much for joining us this morning. It's been fun having you in studio. Usually we're doing the web thing.
Yeah, it's better to be in person.
Much better. All right, so plenty of big issues to talk about, including the special session that's coming up on marriage equality, just a couple weeks away now. And you guys are delving into the ripple effect that it's having on students, on our kids.
Yeah, the special session is going to happen October 28th, but we wanted to take a look at the impact on high school. You know, there's a lot of issues about bullying lately.
Yeah.
A lot of advocates hope that this will lead to safer and more tolerant learning environments for students, particularly in high school. There are about 30 gay-straight alliances in schools across the state with about 500 members.
Wow.
Farrington High School has been noted as a real leader for tolerance in that field. And marriage equality proponents hope that the legalization of same-sex marriage will encourage more youth to come out earlier in life. You know, folks who are against it, like the Hawaiian Christian Coalition, say it will create unhealthy environments, saying that reports of bullying are inflated, but a special session will only serve a few. But actually, Hawaii is second in terms of people who identify themselves as LGBT.
We are really leading the way. And it's just so great to have so much more of an open discussion about this right now. Let everybody talk about it. It's fantastic. And speaking of something that we hope to hear more about and have a little bit more public disclosure on, a lot of big cases as of late with police officers who are getting in trouble with the law themselves, and you guys are really delving into that.
Yeah, well, in 2009, two Honolulu police officers were arrested on drug charges related to marijuana in Las Vegas. And, you know, both were in trouble and both were convicted. We recently found out that one of them was let back on the job while the other lost his job. But the union, Shilpo, pushed back against one of the terminations, and you know, we tried to find out why exactly he was let back on the job, but we couldn't find out because you know, the legislature back in 1985 kept most of the disciplinary process for officers out of the public's eye. So, you know, the lack of public disclosure allows Shilpo to operate out of public sight and allows arbitrators who have varying degrees of tolerance for police misconduct to make decisions, you know, unchecked.
You know, and I think a big part of it is just, you know, the public wanting to understand the individuals who are serving them and making sure that they're doing the job that they're meant to do, and just really opening up the disclosure on that, so we know they're being good representatives of our country.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about a huge issue in the news right now. It just seems to go through cycles. GMOs, genetically modified organisms, and Kauai really in the spotlight here. It's a county issue, but they're looking for more help from the state now too, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the county councilman over there criticized the state for having lax oversight, so that's why they're taking things into their own hands. And this is actually regarded to pesticide use, you know, which often gets confused, but they're very similar issues too, right? And they're very intertwined. But the mayor, Mayor Bernard Carvalho, testified yesterday that the county lacks money to be able to implement this bill. So that's why he pushed it back. Opponents are upset about it, but the mayor thinks that he will get enough support from the state.
Well, it's been in the legislature for years now, and no surprise that there'd be an increased discussion on it again this year. Thanks so much, Gene Park, for joining us.